recognize your disadvantages and master them. Therefore, you have no disadvantage. And I said, oh, I thought disadvantage was a situation. I thought maybe I have disadvantages because I'm this way or we live there. No, everybody have a disadvantage until they realize the disadvantage is only something that you avoid instead of addressing. So if you get rid of your disadvantages, every morning you wake up, you have the advantage. And I'll take your gift. And once you meet yourself, and if you like who you are, you can rule the world. Because it's about knowing who you are, not what you're doing. I tell my students constantly, what you plan is not important. What you're doing is important. Pay attention to how you get to what you get to. Because what you plan today is not important, because hopefully next week you won't be playing that anyway. So pay attention to what you are doing. What you are doing. How am I getting to that? How does that work? How does that work? So what happens with how does that work? So I can just do whatever? You should feel the same way sitting behind the drum as you sit behind the dinner table. Your knife and fork is here, your plate is here, your water is here, and you eat and say, yeah, Doc, pass me some more of that gumbo, Doc. Oh, yeah, thank you. And the butter, yeah, thank you, thank you, yeah. And you doing this, it's the same thing. Yeah, I got this over here. Oh, let me get that. Yeah, I got that. When you sit at the dinner table, you don't eat like this. And your hands can't touch your thigh. So, since we spend a lot of time in that position at the dinner table, I think that's a good position to be in, because that's how we got to be the size we are. Now, raise your snare drum up. Okay, now just take a stick there and just strike the snare drum with your left hand. Okay, that's good. You play match grip, play match. Okay. Don't play control. Okay, good. Now, if you notice, there's no way that your wrist can touch your thigh. Because in order for your wrist to touch the thigh, the rim of the drum is going to catch it. Is that correct? So that have changed your posture already, because now your shoulders are going to be straight because you are not leaning, and because you are not leaning, your oxygen is not coming here and going over that little bump to come up. So now you can breathe, so oxygen can go directly to your brain without hitting a little speed bump. Okay? Now, the way you set your cymbal position up is shake a man's hand. Now, when you shake a man's hand, if you notice, now you leave your arm right there, you cannot feel your forearm. You cannot feel the weight of your forearm now. Can you? No. Now, to play the cymbal in this position, you can feel the weight of your forearm, can't you? And you can also feel it coming from your rotator cuff. And if you would play in this position for 30 years, you would have to have shoulder surgery. See, because you're playing with your shoulder and you're reaching for the drum, and if you're coming in a down position, you're going to lose. Because in order to win, you have to be up. Winners are in an up position. Losers are in a down position. Now, so you shake a man's hand, get your stick. So you shake a man's hand. Now you can't feel your forearm. Now you put the stick right there. Now your cymbal should be here. Now just tap my hand. And you can't feel your forearm, can you? So your cymbal should be right there. Now let the stick drop. That's where your cymbal should be. Because now your shoulders are straight, your diaphragm is straight, you can breathe, and now you look this way instead of this way. Because if you're going to fight a man, you're going to fight him this way, not this way, because he'll kill you. So, and then you would tilt the cymbal just slightly so you can strike dead center, because that's the tone of the cymbal is that, and not strike. That's right. Yeah, and not strike. Now play me the same rhythm with your left hand and right hand playing here. The same rhythm you was just playing. No, but the playing on the right cymbal. Now, you use your left hand. Play the same rhythm. Yeah. Keep on playing. Okay, and if you notice, you were playing lighter. You know why? Because you're not lifting your arm, man. And if you play this way, you can play longer and you have more control and you actually playing lighter. Why? Because you're not stabbing the cymbal. You're letting the stick bounce now, aren't you? Now, look at, now the position of this tom-tom is totally out of position. So, strike the tom-tom with your right hand. Now, if you notice, you are running into the drum, right? So you're stabbing the drum, right? But this is the way your favorite drummer set up, and there's nothing wrong with it. At least he got you started. I thought my monkey came in. Yeah, at least he got you started, man. No, we love him because if it hadn't been for him, it wouldn't be Noah's. See, that they don't know because they are drummers. And most of them are jealous now. Now, strike the snare drum with your left hand. Now, if you notice, strike the snare drum. Keep your hands off the back. Now, if you notice, when you strike your snare drum, the stick bounces automatically to this position. Strike your snare drum. So all you have to do now is move your hand forward and drop it. Yes.
I think it changed the sound of the bass drum too.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning it was forced and uncontrolled.
Yeah.
Now it's lighter.
Yeah.
It's more controlled and it's bouncing and it's music.
But that's because of weight. See, always be natural. When you strike the drum again and watch. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. When you practice on the pad, to pay attention to what you are doing and not what you are playing. See, he didn't realize if you strike the drum naturally, the oxygen inside of the drum allows that's what makes the stick bounce. It's the oxygen inside of the drum. So now strike it again. Now it has a natural recoil. So all you have to do is move your hand forward and drop it. That's where that drum should be. Because you aren't reaching for it, you aren't moving at it. All you're doing is just striking the snare drum, let it hit.